And even the stock market's worried about Ebola. Stocks plunged last week, partly over fears over a potential outbreak in the U.S.
But stocks slowly recovered today. The Dow up 215 points, NASDAQ up 103. The S&P finished up 37 points. KRDO News Channel 13's Emily Allen tells us why the big board is starting to feel better as concerns about Ebola simmer.
Halloween is a scary season, but trick-or-treaters aren't the only ones who get spooked.
The stock market gets scared. It crashed after the September 11th terrorist attacks. Recently, conflict in Ukraine, as well as the terrorist group ISIS, have investors on edge.
People just tend to freak out in times of disease, and that fear translates into, instability.
Andrew Price-Smith is a political science professor at Colorado College. He says Ebola may be one reason for the stock market shock.
Once you see the introduction of Ebola into Spain and then into the USA, then people started to figure out that this disease may be globalizing. I think that Ebola is part of this mix in the sense that it's new, it's unusual, it's got people a little on edge.
Price-Smith says the SARS epidemic in 2003 also cost the world economy a lot of money.
The SARS epidemic contributed to $20 billion lost in trade throughout the Pacific Rim region.
We're not seeing new cases.
KRDO's medical expert Dr. John Torres says the stock market symptoms are stabilizing.
Now that people are able to take a step back, take a breath and go, okay, it's not as bad as we thought it was. This is not the zombie apocalypse. We're thinking about, this is something that is very isolated, hard to get, and we're actually taking very good control of it. I think we're going to be okay.
So when investors trade fear for confidence, good days on the big board return. In Colorado Springs, Emily Allen, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thanks, Emily. And while stock market monitors say Ebola is a factor, they also say deflation in Europe and concern about the global economy are making investors jittery.